you've been fine. So today our question is build up a unit rate for removing excavated materials from site to a distance of 10 kilometers using 0.75 cubic meter loader hired at 800 shillings per hour, damper 3 cubic meter hired at 400 shillings per hour, and a banksman at 20 shillings per hour. So that is our question for today. The rate, we want to get the rate of removing excavated materials. Remember, when you want to remove excavated materials, you have to have plans like a damper. What is a damper? A damper is that like a lorry which is going to transport the excavated materials away from the site to the place where they are required to be dumped. Then a loader is the one which will fill the damper with the excavated materials. So the first thing that we will do, because our question is kind of the data is inside the question, the data that we will need data like the capacity of the loader, the capacity of the damper, the hiring cost of the damper and the loader, plus the banksman who is operating the damper. So we then calculate for the first plant that we have is the loader. When you want to calculate for the loader, you first know the cycle time of that loader. How many minutes or hours will this loader take to load one number of buckets in a damper? Yeah. So you assume, or not assume, the cycle time for a loader is 1.5 minutes. So you calculate the output of that loader. So we get the output of that loader. You will say 1.5 minutes is equal to 0.75 cubic meter. Remember, 0.75 cubic meter is the capacity of the loader. So in 1.5 minutes, the loader will have poured a volume of 0.75 meter cube of the excavated materials. What of 60 minutes? We want to know the volume of work it will do in 1 hour. You will take that 60 minutes times 0.75 cubic meter over 1.5. You will get 30 cubic meter. That is the volume that loader will put inside the damper, will pour inside the damper in 1 hour. Then you go to the damper. The capacity of the damper that we've been given is 3 cubic meter, but you want to get the effective capacity. Effective capacity, remember, when you are loading excavated materials, there are bulk allowances that you should allow. So you give 25% bulk allowance for that material. Remember, a material like soil may have some contents of water inside it, and moisture. Remember, all those are constituted in that volume that we are given of 3 cubic meter. So you first eliminate the allowances for bulk, which is 25%. So you get the 25% of that 3 cubic meter capacity of the damper. You'll get the effective capacity of the damper will be 2.25 cubic meter. So you want to know the number of times the loader will fill the damper. The number of times it will fill the damper, that is the loader. So you take the effective capacity of the damper divided by the volume of the capacity of the loader, which is 0.75. you'll get it will be 3 trips. So the loader will load 3 times and the damper will be filled. Yeah. So then you then calculate the time that will be taken for the loader. So remember, when the loader takes loads 3 times to fill one damper, you then say time loading is 1.5 minutes, which is the cycle time. Then you multiply by 3 the 3 numbers that the loader will take to load to fill the damper will be 4.5 minutes. Then maneuver time, there are sometimes you must give allowances for time, because there are times that the machine may stop, there are times that the machine might be going to take the excavated materials, and it is not it may delay. So that is the maneuver time, which is 1 minute. Then the total minutes that it will take is 5.5 minutes. Then the damper, we were told in the question that the damper should take 10 kilometers to the place distance covered will be 10 kilometers to the place where the materials will be dumped. So damper travels at 45 kilometers per hour and 50 kilometers per hour when empty. So 45 it is when loaded, but 50 when empty. So we want to know the time the damper will take when it is loaded and the time it will take when it is empty. You then say, remember 45 kilometers is per hour. So you say 1 hour the damper will run 45 kilometers. What of 10 kilometers? It will run how many minutes? You will get 13.33 minutes in 10 kilometers. It will take 13.33 minutes. Then when empty, you say 50 kilometers, it will go for 1 hour. What of 10 kilometers? 10 kilometers, it will be 12 minutes. Then you get, you add time, the minutes for unloading. When it is unloading the materials, it will take 1 minute. Then maneuver time will be 1 minute. So the total time that will be taken from the time of loading, you add 5.5 minutes plus 13.33 minutes plus 12 minutes plus 1 minute for unloading plus 1 minute for maneuver time. The total time is 32 minutes, 32.83 minutes. That is the time that will be taken for that entire work. So we then proceed to get the output of the damper. The output of the damper, you'll say 32.83 minutes, it will do a volume of 2.25. So you want to know in 1 hour which volume will it take. So in 1 hour, after calculating that, you'll get in 1 hour it will take 4.112 cubic meter. You then go to the number of dampers, that will do that work that we have. The formula for getting the number of dampers is output of the loader over output of the damper, plus 1. So the output of the loader was 30 cubic meter in 1 hour. Then the output of the damper was 4.112. Then you add 1, you will get 8.3. Then we say 9 dampers that will be needed to do that particular work. So you then proceed to get for 30 cubic meter you need 9 dampers. So the hiring cost of the damper, remember that one we were calculating the output of our plants. We then the output of the plants is what will help you to know the number of plants that will require and the time that they will take to work. So the hiring cost of one loader is 800 shillings as per the question. Then the damper, the hiring cost is 400 shillings. These are costs per hour, 400 shillings. And Remember the dampers that we need are 9, so you take 400 by 9, you'll get 3600. Then the banksman was 20 shillings, then you multiply by 9 number of dampers. The number of dampers will be equivalent to the number of banksmen, yeah? Then you get 180, then you get the total of this will be 4,580. So you then say this is the amount of money that will be used to do 30 cubic meter, but we need them in 1 cubic meter. You then get 1 cubic meter, it will cost 152 shillings and 67 cents. Then you proceed to get the profits and the overheads, which is 25% of that 152.67. You will get 38 and 20 shillings, yeah? 38 and 2 shillings. Then the total is 190 and 87 cents. So our total is 190. Because 87 cents, we don't have, we round it off to 190 and 90 cents. So that is our question for today. So that is the procedure of calculating to calculate unit rate for excavated materials when you are using a damper and a loader when you are ferrying them away from the site. So thank you so much for watching this video, and may God bless you.